back with another video. Got the sun behind me. I gotta block this joint out anytime. Anyway, coming to my sisters again. I want to tell you all, stop letting these dudes talk to you any and every kind of way. I got another channel that I talk to the dudes of how that they should be conducting themselves. And one of the things I talk about that I've put on some of my videos is I talk about your approach to women. How you should be conducting yourself around women. How you should be viewing yourself and putting yourself out there to where you're giving a decent impression. See, a lot of my sisters, man, let me not say a lot of my sisters. Some of my sisters, they get caught up with some of this nonsense that you see where you have these dudes that come around you and they're talking with all of the slang. They're talking with all the curse words, all this ignorant, dumb stuff. And my sisters are hanging around that like it's either a way of like you're trying to be a part of the pack, like you're trying to be a down sister, like you're trying to be like one of the boys, and you letting the cat just talk whatever way. Now, if you are a friend of these cats, I've had sisters, like I said, even to this day that I'm good with, that back when I was younger and stuff like that, and we talked like around in the street type of environment, we had our sisters that were around and they were like really a part of Boyz. It wasn't no relationship type of thing. It was just that, yo, they hung out with us. And so we talked the way we talk and they talked back to us, and that's how it was. But I'm talking about when you're dealing with men from a relationship standpoint. Stop letting these dudes, and you can't stop them, but stop putting yourself in that particular environment where you're embracing this nonsense that these cats are spewing. Like when cats talk and they don't have no decency to themselves, that should automatically be a warning sign to you to be like, you know what? This is probably somebody that I want to push over to the side. It is. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that cats who are decent don't have this cats that can be conniving, that they can be slick and they can utilize their, their skill in talking to convince you, and then they can wind up being a dude who's just not the dude that you should be with. But there's other things that you should be paying attention with that. And I'll probably go into that in another video as far as how to assess men. But the initial joint, the initial impression that you get with men is, what are they saying? How are they talking? When they come around and they start coming right off the bat with all the slang and all the curse words and really somewhat being disrespectful, because I was taught as a young boy, as a little kid, all the way up through a man, how you should conduct yourself around women and children and your elders. You had a certain level of respect. Nowadays, we don't have that stuff. We got knuckleheads out here. Cats that don't care. Cats who think like, well, hey, it's a free country, it's free speech, and all this other dumb stuff. All right, whatever. But I was taught that. And what my sisters do, I feel, is some of them settle. And they think that that's kind of the universal, behavior of especially our men. That's the universal behavior of our men. Well, you know what? Every time I come around, it's like these guys are all talking the same. Nah, it ain't like that. It's not like that. That's where you have to change your mindset. There's something that you're attracting. You're attracting these type of men around you for whatever reason. I tell my men on the other video, look at your algorithm on your YouTube. You watch YouTube, look at your algorithm. That's going to tell you exactly the type of person that you are. If you're a person who's sitting up here looking at all of these videos about drama and the reality housewives and fighting and all other stuff, well then guess what? You're going to attract those type of dudes I'm talking about. That's what you're going to attract. That is your frequency that you're on. You know what I mean? Makes sense? So all I'm telling you is stop settling. If you want better. Hey, like I tell my men, if you don't want no better and you just want whatever it is that you can have or who's going to give you the time and date, more power to you. I don't want my sisters to sit up there and be lacking and falling for no bum type folks. We got enough of that out here now. We need some sisters who are going to draw the line and going to put cats in their place and say, hey, you got to step up to my level. Let's get our folks together so that they understand that, hey, we were a different folk decades ago. We were a different folk decades ago. And now we're slipping. We got all these crazy things going on in our generation now. And that worries you or worries me about how people will continue to view us and what our place is going to be in this world. As long as I'm here, I'm not going to allow that to happen. Or I'm going to try my best not to allow that to happen. But it also starts with my sisters. Being tolerant of these cats. And I've seen it. Now, some of these cats, they may come around you and say all that dumb stuff, and I've seen my sisters be like, well, you know, whatever, and then dudes all B, what you think you all of that, and you a H and all that, you know, they say, cool, let them cats go, and you just keep on walking. Let that happen. It is what it is. That's just an ignorant clown right there. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that if you make this stuff uncool, if you make that ignorant behavior uncool, where my sisters start doing that on a massive level, where across the boards that all my sisters start to do that, these brothers got no other choice but to change, because then who they gonna go to? Either they can go to other races, hey, but a lot of times the other races look at them just the same exact way they see them on TV and on social media and all other stuff. They look at them as like, hey, well, you fit that stereotype. That's why we like you. You know what I mean? My sisters know. But these other races, they grab the men up and they like, yeah, I like that type of thing, and don't realize that them dudes is not the dudes that you want to be with. But, hey, you got to live and learn, right? So I'm just saying, my sisters, listen to what's coming out of these guys' mouth. Now, if you're one of those who speak like that, then they, like I said again, attracts like, or like attracts like, or whatever that is. You know what I mean? If you talk like that, then you ain't got nothing else. You can't really complain. But if you're one of my sisters who don't engage in that and don't talk like that, then don't expect nobody else to come around and give them that time of day where they can talk to you that way. You know what I mean? I have some videos on some other stuff, but I just wanted to touch bases on that because I hear that a little bit too much when I'm out and about, and I hear these dudes talking, and I'm like, come on, man. You know, like I said, I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to help the other brothers on the channel and convince them. I'm only one man. Anyway, I got to go back to the park. I'm going to catch you on the next note. Peace out.